Hi, welcome back to Margaret Country Crafts and Miniatures. My name is Catherine and thanks for coming back for another video, or maybe you're a first time watcher. Either way, thanks for clicking on this video. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I know you will enjoy it. Today we are doing DIY Easter decor signs. That's right, we are taking some thrifted wood pieces and we are going to do some DIY Easter signs. First up is the carrot sign. So I have this blank wood plaque that I got on clearance from Michael's craft store. So this one isn't thrifted, but the ones later on in this video are thrifted. So stay tuned for that. And I'm just going to mix up some brown paint and water to make a stain for the wood background. Because unfortunately I didn't have any wood stain, but luckily the good old acrylic watered down paint trick tends to do a pretty good job. So that's what we're gonna do with this. And I'm just gonna use my heat gun to hopefully speed up the drying time of the acrylic watered down paint. And I'm gonna take some masking tape, some painter's masking tape, and I'm gonna lay it down underneath the frame in hopes that what I'm gonna paint on the frame won't hit the newly stained background. And I just have this green acrylic paint, and I'm going to add some brown paint just to get a little bit of a deeper tone. And this paint is thin enough that you still see the wood grain through it, which I really like, but we're kind of going to stain it with the acrylic paint green. And I removed the tape just to see how clean it ended up looking, and it does look pretty good. But for the other three sides, I just decided to forego the tape and just do my best to not get it on the background, which I think I did. Now I have one of these thick MDF faux wood cutouts. And this is where my camera cut out on me. So my plan here is to use one of these Chalk Couture stencils that's in a plaid design, and to paint it on the lower half of the Dollar Tree carrot wood cutout. And I'm just using my heat gun to speed up the drying time of the orange paint, which you can pretty well see that it did dry up very quickly. And I'm just using the rest of that deep orange paint to paint the sides of the carrot. And more Chalk Couture stencils. I have this grown locally little stencil by Chalk Couture again, and I'm going to use some of the white paste to stencil on top of the carrot. Now it did come out a little grainy and not the best. So I just took more of the paste and I tried my best to put it on the outline that was faintly there, just to darken it up a bit so that you can actually read what it says. And the top of the carrot, I'm going to paint the same green color that we used on the border of the plaque. Now that we have our carrot painted, we can now place it on our plaque. And I'm just going to use some hot glue to glue it down. And I have some of this faux raffia. I later on realized that maybe this looks a little too fall because it's like a dried straw look, which can be, you know, more fall-like. But I thought I wanted to add something a little more rustic to the sign, so I made a bow out of this faux raffia. If that's how you say it, please correct me if I'm saying it wrong, because I'm not entirely sure. But then I also have one of these lacy ribbons that I tied into a bow, and I'm going to layer that on top of the raffia bow. And there we have our carrot sign. Now on to the duo bunny signs. You'll want to watch this. You'll want to see this. I found these wood pieces from the thrift store, my local thrift store, and my plan is to use the MDF wood bunnies from Dollar Tree on top of these wood signs. So more chalk couture stencils. I'm using this kind of paisley designed stencil on top of both bunnies because I want both bunnies to be mirrored. I want them to be of the same design. And I'm using purple on the one rabbit, and I'm using turquoise on the second rabbit. And I'm going to take the stencil off and see, it's a very sparse design, but I think the texture of it is really cool with the wood grain behind it. And then I have these little flowers from Temu, and I'm just cutting the little plastic stems that were coming off of them. And I'm choosing yellow for the purple one. I'm going to do yellow flowers all across around the neck, like a little floral collar on the bunny rabbit. And for the turquoise rabbit, I'm gonna use some little purple flowers that were in that bag from Temu. And my idea with this is to put some monogrammed letters on them, because they are going to be little hooks that you can like hang up an Easter basket or hang up your keys or hang up anything like that. I'm going to use some of the Chalk Couture stencils, of course, in R and M, which stand for my dog's initials, but my two dogs. And I'm going to use some of the glittery black chalk paste that Chalk Couture has. And we have our monogrammed bunny rabbits. Now back to the wood planks. See, they have a black little hook at the top. Well, we are going to place each bunny rabbit below each hook with some hot glue. And there we have the two hooks. And here's a visual of it hanging up. Unfortunately, I didn't have a basket, or I could have used my keys maybe to show you how you can hang something off of that black hook that's above the bunny rabbit. And these are great for Easter. Like if you have a little present or a little Easter basket, you can hang it up on this. The last one is a song pun sign. Actually, two signs, and we're going to use some song lyrics as a pun. You'll see. These two plaques are also thrifted from my local thrift store, and they had already been painted on lightly with like a gray and a cream color paint, but I'm gonna paint over one of them in pink and the other one in a blue. Just some nice pastel colors for Easter. Now this is a thin paint. It's from Dollar Tree, so it is a thinner paint. So I did have to do a couple of coats. If you're liking this video, please like it. If you would like to subscribe, I would love that. Please subscribe. And please turn on the bell notifications so you know when I upload. And did I mention these plaques are like an octagon shape? So they have like 8 like little edges all around. So they're an interesting shape. Next, we're gonna do the blue paint, a really light baby blue paint, and I'm just squirting it right onto the plaque because I need to get a pretty full coverage as much as I can with this thinner paint. Ideally, a chalk paint would have been nice, but I don't have chalk paint in this color, unfortunately. An idea would have been to use white chalk paint, and I could have made my own pastel colors. I could have done that in hindsight, but we worked with what we got with these paint colors. Back to the Chalk Couture stencils. I feel like maybe that's what I should name this video. If I did, you'll know why, because I pretty much use the Chalk Couture stencils in every project. So I'm taking my individual letter stencils and I'm going to spell out a little phrase, a little pun, and you'll see what the little song pun is going to be. It's going to relate to Easter and spring, so don't worry. Don't worry if you were worried that it's not going to be Easter spring related. So I'm spelling out the word every in lowercase, and I did realize that I had to trim down each side of the letter just so that they could sit closer together so that they would be kerned. Kerned is a term that many graphic designers, I think, know, just based on they really care about the spacing in between letters when you're designing stuff. So if you didn't know that word, kerned, now you do. I'm glad I could teach something in this video other than crafts. I'm gonna put those stencils down. And the second word in all lowercase, I'm gonna spell out bunny. And you're probably thinking that's kind of a pun. Every bunny. It's supposed to be a play off of everybody. But just wait for the second plaque when both puns come full circle and you kind of get the gist of what song it relates to. And I'm using this Chalk Couture paste in this really nice pink, almost a maroon shade. I think maroon, like a raspberry shade almost. But I really like the tint of it. It really pops off of the blue paint. And I'm gonna take all of the stencils off. These, you just have to wash them and they are reusable. And I did get a little bit of bleeding. That's probably me not using the correct or proper technique in some way. But it still spelled out the words perfectly. On the second pink sign, we are spelling out in uppercase letters, hop now. So now you kind of see what kind of song pun I'm going for. That's right. Every bunny hop now. Just like everybody dance now. Get it? Get it? Yes, so that's the song pun. Everybody dance now. Instead, it's for Easter and for spring, every bunny hop now. I know, it's lame. It's lame, but it's what I wanted to do with these signs. And I'm using this really deep navy blue. And this is the chalk paste by Chalk Couture that I'm going to use on the pink sign. And I have this little wooden bunny cutout, and I also have these little sparkly bunny fabric pieces from Temu. The wooden bunny rabbit that I'm painting in the same pink color, that's from Dollar Tree. So again, I'm just using the same chalk couture paste as the words for the wood bunny, and I'm going to place it right underneath as a little accent to the every bunny. And the sparkly fabric one, which is in rainbow color, I'm going to put on the hop now, because it's kind of turning from like every bunny, just a normal bunny rabbit, to hop now, to it like a disco glittery bunny. And there we have our duo signs. I put them one on top of the other, but you could do it side by side. That would look even better too. But I just like the contrasting colors and the little bunny accents on them too. I debated doing a bow, like a ribbon bow on them, but I kind of liked the simplicity of it, so I left it as is. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This was a fun one to do, all these DIY signs. I hope you liked it. Comment down below. Make sure to watch my previous videos. I have other Easter videos. Next one might be another Avon miniature video, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.